was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Here's a run with Mixon, and he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Another try for Mixon, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
The score, Buccaneers 7, Falcons 0.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On second down, here's Herbert. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And it's third down.
Here's Herbert. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of
Give him 6 yards in the first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
23 yards, the final tally. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Over the middle to Smith. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Herbert throwing again. This will be caught just inside the 10. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Again, Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 7 on the year. Now the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 36 power.
Here's Wilson to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Completes it to Hardman. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Mecole Hardman. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Here's Herbert now on second down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Mecole Hardman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Falcons 14, Buccaneers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. You know, you know.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
26.
Here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. Get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I'd get a few more yards if I just lowered my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On second down, here's Mixon. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
The ball carrier.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson, rolling to his right. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The kick by Gold is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. K1 short, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Herbert. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. On second down, Kamara. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. You got nothing with it. Still got 4 down, 4 down. Good job right there, good job right there.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On second down, Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a third down.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. I know he ain't got it.
Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
It's certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Joe Mixon as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Buccaneers 24. Falcons.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 48. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Complete to Joe Mixon. Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Check 4, 25, check 25, check 25. Hey, watch it.
Again, it's Mixon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check 55 to mine. Check 55 to mine. Rip right. Let the thing.
A draw play for Mixon. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So big check right there. Now they want to see if they're offense.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Kamara. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Herbert. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
4th down.
And this one is right down the middle. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
5-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Play action. It's Wilson. Finding Knox there, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the Falcons' 33-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
26 Mike. Take me out. Here we go. 26 Mike. Come. 26 Mike.
Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
6-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Check three.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Falcons 17.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Everyone got 4 down. 36 power.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Now Joe Mixon. Oh, the spin. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Herbert on 1st down now. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Running with Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long. It's Herbert. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And his kick is indeed good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied. But, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
26-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 35-yard line. A big play for the Bucs there on third down. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Mixon with it. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On 2nd down now. Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
It's a gain of 20.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 yards on that one. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
Falcons.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Tampa Bay, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.